Finally, we're live.
It hasn't really started yet, but you think we are, but it's not really starting. Now we're live. Okay, so today we are doing. Why is it telling me choose lengths? Okay, today we are doing games with your husband. This is my husband. Wave, hi. So this is about communication, sort of. But what we're going to do is we've been talking about things you can and cannot control. So Jerry has 10 seconds. And if somebody can, I can write in the comment. Jerry has 10 seconds to talk about things that he cannot control. And I'm going to write them as quickly as
All
possible.
right. Are we
and
ready?
Wait. Okay. Go.
We started already?
Go.
I cannot control Jerome Powell or his interest rate policy. Jay Powell is good. I cannot control my drivers. I cannot control Jerome Powell. You got to write Jerome
Okay,
Powell.
come on.
Anyway,
You're losing time.
I cannot control my wife. I cannot control my boxer dog and whether he whines or not. I cannot control my 17-year-old son and make him come home on time even after he agreed to come home on. Oh,
That was actually 30 seconds of things that he can't control. Okay, your turn.
okay.
There you go.
Okay.
You gotta ring and type, and it's like
All
18 things all at once, which makes it
All right,
really
so-
complicated. You could use that timer over there.
All right, you ready? So 10 seconds. List
You actually got 30 seconds, so I want 30 seconds too. Watch the clock over there.
to list the things that I cannot control.
That you can't control? You can't control me. You can't control your family. You can't control the interest rates. You can't control what other people do. You can't control how sometimes how you make money. You can't control you can't control that.
Good.
You can't control God. You can't control the weather, and you can't control your friends
9 seconds.
and family members, and you can't control choices that other people make, and you can't control.
Too late.
All right, stop. Okay, so you were supposed to be writing that down, and you missed it.
I don't type well.
Okay.
I'm a one-finger guy.
So these are things that you can't control. So we listed a whole bunch of things you can't control. And Jerry just posted on his Facebook yesterday that you had no sugar
None.
all day
No
yesterday.
honey. No. I had no sugar at
Are you
all.
sure? I think you probably needed to write it down.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Artificial sweetener, that actually counts
No,
because
it does not count, but I still didn't have any anyway.
Okay, so we went through things that you can't control. Now you get 10 seconds, and you didn't ring the bell last
That
time.
I can control.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Let me reset. Okay, so for everybody out there, games with your husband, things that you can control. 30 seconds. Go.
I can control when I wake up. I can control when I go to bed. I can control what I eat. I can control who I hang out with. I can control when I help, when I don't help. I can control when I say no. I can control when I decide to say the way that I feel. I can control when I decide to say, when I don't say the way that I feel. Like, I don't get nearly enough credit for the things that I do not say.
You don't get nearly enough credit for the things you do not
That's
say.
correct. That is correct.
Okay, you heard it. So there's a lot of good meat in there of things that you actually can control. Okay, my turn.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep. You got 30 seconds to talk about the things that your husband cannot control or can control. You ready?
I'm going to talk about the things that I can't
Oh, okay,
control.
fine.
You screwed me up the last time. I can't control when I go live. I can control I can control most of the time what I say. I can control a lot of the time what I put in my mouth. I really have total control over that, but I have a hard time with it. I can control how much I work, how much I don't work. I can't control the actions that I do. I can't necessarily control the results. That was the other part. I can't control how much time I spend in rest and recovery so that I'm in good shape for when I talk to the family. I can't control.
Oh, you're way
how
past.
much?
Sorry, you're way past.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so those are the things we can and cannot control. What's the most important thing about the controllables?
To control them.
No, but I mean, really, how do you set up controllables? Because a lot of people would say,
No,
well, I can't control what I
think
put
you're
in my
asking the
mouth.
wrong question.
Okay, so what's the right
I mean,
question?
this is the serenity prayer.
Okay.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Those are the things I cannot control. The courage to change the things that I can. Those are the controllables.
Right.
But the trick here is, how do I know which one's which?
But the key to the serenity prayer is, God grant me the ability to accept the things I cannot control. I couldn't say that for the first probably 6 years. Accept the things I cannot control. Like, I can't control you.
Yeah, most of the things in our life are uncontrollable, are out of our control.
But what can we do for the things that are in our control? Like our companion right now is bringing home big bags of M&Ms, which both of you
We
and I
can't.
like.
That's outside of our control.
But what is in our
control
control?
it.
Nobody has taken your hand, put it in the bag, and put it in
Not
your
yesterday. Not yesterday, because I had no
But
sugar.
Even
None.
though our companion brings those home, we have control over who puts stuff in our mouth. Right?
That's right. How long have we been on this live?
You can look at it right here.
19 minutes?
No, not long enough. So those are the things that we can control, even though our environment may be something that is uncontrollable.
Yeah, there's commonalities here. Things outside of our control almost always exclusively deal with somebody else. Things inside of our control almost always exclusively deal with our personal life and our choices.
Right. So some things like the dog whining outside, we do have control over that, because if we had fed him before we got on this, he wouldn't be whining. So those are our choices.
Mm-hmm.
So what about creating your environment so that it sets up better control so that you're not so tempted?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you're just taking it too many steps.
No. Here's the thing that I want to push is, if you and I were trying to quit sugar together, we wouldn't bring any in the house.
But see, now all of a sudden you've tried to blur the line between what I can control and what I can't control. You can't control whether or not I bring sugar home. You can say, all right, here's something I can control. I'm going to ask my husband for a meeting. I have control over whether I ask him for a meeting.
Right.
Okay. But I don't have control over whether he accepts. But in this situation, my husband accepts the meeting. Okay, we sit down. I say, husband, I'm thinking
Which would be
I'm
Jared.
thinking we both have this common goal. Tell me if I'm wrong. We want to stop eating sugar. Yes, wife, we do want to stop eating sugar. Okay, cool. How about we resolve to not bring any sugar into the house? This is what you're talking about, right?
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because here's the thing. Creating the environment gives you more chance at success.
Correct. But adding somebody else into the mix greatly increases your chance of failure.
It depends. What if it was somebody who was really on to help and brought carrots into the house?
What does the program say about having expectations? Right? That it's the number one cause of problems. So if I expect somebody else to behave in a certain way, i.e. don't bring sugar into the house, I'm setting myself up for a resentment.
Unless we've had that meeting.
No. The meeting involves somebody else's creating an expectation for somebody else.
It's creating an agreement.
An expectation is that the agreement will be fulfilled.
Right.
Right?
Well, and that's what we came to with when you quit drinking, I was still drinking.
Like a fish. Like
Hardly.
like JFK.
Like a fish.
Like Ted Kennedy.
Like 2 glasses of wine.
A
and
week,
and
maybe.
and he didn't even ask me, but at some point I said, this is not making me feel good. And he said, yeah, it would be helpful if you didn't bring that into the house. I think you'd already completely quit. And
No, I mean, I definitely had, but
you don't care whether I drink
I don't
when we're
care,
out or anything like that. But you know what? It's made our lives a lot smoother to set up an environment like that where neither one of us are bringing that in. Now the next step is if we could do that with sugar.
Is that what this live is about? Or are you
No,
trying to
this
put me on
live
the
is
spot?
about the controls and the
Because I
controllables.
just bought red velvet cookies,
That's an,
by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh dear. But that's a controllable, and that's setting up the environment. So if you wanted to make sure that you were making changes, you need to set up the environment and ask for support. That's part of the controls that you can do.
You can, you can ask. Careful not to build an expectation that will be honored.
But if that person doesn't give you support, then you can go on to another person, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the community and building a community
The
is
trick
about.
to happiness is to lower your expectations
I don't agree.
for other people. You can expect more from yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And you can set up your environment so that you get more out of yourself. And that's, you can't even see my shirt. I wore it just for you again.
Yeah.
That marriage is hard. That's true. But it's also worth it.
It's worth it.
And so I'm setting up, I didn't buy the shirt for him to wear. I bought it for me to wear so that he could see it.
If you had bought one for me, you would have this expectation that I was going to wear it.
Yeah,
Triple
that's
X,
right. So
by
I
the way,
knew
triple X.
this was something that I wanted in our family. So I bought it so I could wear it so he could read it. So again, controllables. I can control what I choose to wear. Can I control what he chooses to wear? No, not a chance.
She just got lucky that I was wearing this super awesome sweater.
I know, and he's looking good today. So, games with your husband, games with your wife, play those games. What is controllable? What isn't controllable? And make it fun. And we do use this cowbell to make it a lot of fun. So, put in the comments below what you think is fun, or what you think is controllable and what is uncontrollable. And we will look forward to hearing more from you. Remember, we have a YouTube channel and we have a podcast, both of which this is going to go out on. And we're super excited. We're going to think of more games to play with your husband.
Awesome.
So that we can see Jerry more often. Any parting comments?
Yeah, will you tag me in this video?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Because I wanted you to send it to all your friends.
That'll make it happen.
Because they will go, oh, Jerry, you can't control that.
Yeah. I can't even control apparently if I'm going to be in future live casts.
You're always invited.
Thank you. It's fun.
Bye.
Bye.